Hey, what's up, comic fans? Mr. Q Comics back with some more show and tell. Today we've got some more whatnot pickups from my local shops, and I hit up another local shop that's in my state. That's a bit of a drive that somehow I had never discovered. Actually found out about these guys from watching Everett Auto on 3 Men in the Basement. This haul is old, probably from the springtime. So I happened to be watching some of Everett's old videos and saw this shop that was in my state that somehow I never been to. So was happy to stop and I'm very glad I stopped in. Got some great books there. That's going to be the grand finale here. But before we jump into it, guys, if you're a fan of comic book hauls, do me a favor, go down below, hit like, hit subscribe, leave me some comments, let me know what you think about these books. All right, so we're going to jump into the two local shops that I buy from on Whatnot. Haven't been buying on Whatnot recently, but these are from the springtime. So these are some wins I had back then. Kind of cherry picked out what I got in my hauls, starting with Walking Dead number 100. This is I think this is the San Diego Comic Con variant, of course. First Negan, VF near mint condition. Everything Walking Dead has just cooled off. This book probably used to be expensive. I won it for $10, so for me, $10 was worth it to throw this in the collection. I do think these are still cool books when you can pick them up cheap, and everything except number 1 and I think 19 First Michonne seems to be pretty cheap. So good time to pick up some Walking Dead if you are a fan of that series. Next, this is just a cool, I don't typically do Gold Key, but I don't know, something about this I thought was cool. It is Mr. and Mrs. J Evil Scientist number 1. This isn't the first appearance, but it's their first series. I don't really remember seeing this as a kid. It's definitely taken inspiration from the Addams Family. I don't know a ton of details about the cartoon or where they were published. I don't remember seeing this as a cartoon as a kid, but it's definitely that goofy Hanna-Barbera type of stuff where there's like, the book is like six, just goofball type of 60s humor stories inside the book. So very cool book. VG range. I won it for $5, so I wasn't going to pass that up. I thought that was super cool. Next, we've got Vault of Evil number 1. Super cool cover. These are reprints. Reprint some of the Marvel Silver Age horror series. I forget which series are reprinted here, but this is from 1971. Cool Gil Kane cover. Mid grade. Won it for $5. So again, for $5, some of these pickups you can get on Whatnot are really great. You got to be selective. I've seen, as the time I'm shooting this, there's a lot of people talking about Whatnot, and it's that whole, acetate gate thing at C2E2, which I'm not even going to get into, but a lot of people are just talking about what goes on with Whatnot and all that. You just got to be selective with these things. You got to use common sense. Don't just buy something because of who's selling it. I buy what are good prices, and stay in your budget. You've got to be selective. Don't just buy something because someone else is showing it off. So, anyways, tangent over. Next, we got ASM 239, second appearance of the Hobgoblin. Always a great book to pick up. Always touting second appearances. Mid-grade copy, under $10. Slam dunk, killer cover. So many awesome Hobgoblin covers. Another cool book. This one used to be hot, I think, but I've never owned it. Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 2. This is so the death of Thanos, or the end of the Thanos saga. Just a cool Jim Starlin cover from 1977. Again, mid-grade copy, under $10. Definitely happy to grab that. Another cool first appearance. It does not command a ton of money, at least right yet. We have got 2001: A Space Odyssey number 8. This is the first appearance of the Machine Man. Cool Kirby cover. Don't know who did the inks there, but it definitely looks like Joe Sinnott, but it isn't. But definitely fits that same style. $10 I got this for. Fine, very fine range. So happy to pick up that first appearance. Again, another book I've never owned. I pick up Machine Man number 1 quite a bit, but I've never found this at an affordable price. So happy to grab that at a good deal. All right, next books, you're going to be like, why the heck are you showing these off? But all right, we've got Superman 75, of course, The Death of Superman. They had this auction as a lot. These are in every dollar bin in every state in the country. But we've got the 4th print, which I think is probably VF range. And then we've got the 3rd print, okay? But this is the 3rd print newsstand. This is the the quote-unquote money book of all the printings of Superman. For some reason, the third print newsstand specifically commands quite a bit of money. I won these, I think it was a lot, and I won it for $4, so $2 a pop. So I just don't think anyone noticed that it was the third print newsstand. I just happened to know from, I don't know, just using the Key Collector app or looking at sales prices that this is the one that goes for a lot. Now, if you do flip books, spec on books, this isn't the type of thing I put up for auction. You got to put that out there and wait for the right person who's going to pay up for this. I see Raws selling, people asking about $100 on eBay. In the last 9.8, it was like $275, but it was the best offer accepted. So it's the type of book I don't see selling frequently, but when you find the right buyer, it's a pretty expensive book. So I thought that was a pretty cool pickup for $2. Those are not the types of books that I personally like to keep. I'm just not personally into newsstand or Mark Jewelers. I think they're cool, but they're not things that I pay up for to keep in my personal collection. Just me. Everyone has their own thing. Some people like collecting that stuff, and that's cool. It's fun to hunt those things. It's fun to hunt, find things that are unique and hunt them down. That's the thrill of the hunt, is the real fun part. So, all right, next one, another big book. This is not a great copy, but Young Avengers #1, first team appearance. I don't know if any of these characters first appear in this book, or if it's just the first team appearance. I don't know enough about them, but obviously this book has been hot for past few years. This is a mid-grade copy, but it was affordable. I thought it was a good opportunity to get another one to sit on for a bit. So I think I won this for $67 in its mid-grade range. So happy to grab that. Next is a book for the PC that I'm surprised I've never purchased before. I don't see it too frequently. It is Captain America 109. This is the origin retold, and it's just one of those iconic Kirby covers. One of those white background books, so always a lot of tanning and stuff, but very happy to get this. Probably very good fine range, and it was about $51, so I thought that was a good deal. Just stoked to have one of these classic Kirby covers. So again, I'm surprised I've never come across this before, but just the way it goes, I guess. So happy with that. All right, next, this was on Whatnot with, I think I got this from Casablanca Comics. So we got All-Star Comics number 58, first appearance of Power Girl. This is beat up VG range, but it was only $31, so I thought that was a good deal. I'm not a huge DC guy, as I've mentioned in pretty much every video I've done, but for whatever it was, $31, I thought that was a steal. Next, we've got some cool Golden Age stuff. Series I had not heard of, Captain Midnight, number 67. This is shredded, spine split. I can't remember if the cover's detached or not, but for the most part, the artwork is all complete. Colors are great. I believe this is the final issue in the series. This is probably, I marked it as fair, good. You can see it's rough, but it's only $15, so I thought that was a good Golden Age pickup. All right, next is a series I had not seen, but this is amazing. This artwork is just phenomenal. This is from Ziff Davis Comic Group. It is Lars of Mars, number 11. This is just a beautiful cover. I think it's Alan Anderson, painted cover. Just an awesome sci-fi book. You got this crazy green monster, kind of looks like Shumagorath or Gargantos out of the recent Doctor Strange movie. Just gorgeous artwork. This is the final issue, but I think there's only issues 10 and 11 of this series. So super cool book I had never seen before. Probably good, very good range, and I won that one for $55, which I thought was phenomenal. The artwork is just stunning on that. Amazing book. Next, Casablanca had I think I won these on a couple of auctions. So he had gotten in a bunch of Golden Age stuff, and he was just putting up some of the lower end stuff for auction on Whatnot. So first we got Superman number 73. This is beat up. This is probably good range. You see a big tear there. This is from 1951 with a Win Mortimer cover. Big tear across there. So next we've got, this is a cool one. We've got, what issue is this? Number 62. Similar condition. You got some bug chew here. It must have come from the same spot that had rodent chew or bug chew on the corners. This is from 1950, number 62, Orson Welles cover and appearance in a Wayne Boring cover. This one I won for 112 bucks. And then finally, this one I thought was awesome. We have got issue number 57, same thing. You've got the Ronit shoe there. Awesome cover. This, I think, is also Wayne Boring. This is Lois Lane as Superwoman on the cover, and I believe this has a full ad for Superboy. So this one's from 1949, and I won this for 123 bucks, which I thought was a great price. I don't know what is up with it, but every Superman Golden Age book I have is a yellow cover. Is it me, or is like all of the covers yellow? I'm sure they're not, but for whatever it is, for whatever reason, every Golden Age Superman book I come across is a yellow cover. So, all right, finally, we've got the last few books. These are the books I picked up. It's a shop in Waterville, Maine, Comics, Cards, and Collectibles. I'd never been in there. He had some amazing books. I think I was coming back from a work trip up there and had some extra time to pop in, so I picked up a few books. Like I said, I saw Everett comes up here, I think, every summer, and he hits up that shop. He was in there a couple months back. He just did a video, but glad I watched his videos because I had never been up there and seen this spot. So first off, we've got Fantastic Four King Size Special number 5. This is the first appearance of Psycho Man and the first solo Silver Surfer story. Still a cheap book. I've got multiples of these. I think this is a great book to spec on for Silver Surfer. Again, these first solo stories, seem to be picking up. This one's not, I think, because he's not on the cover, but if you look at like Marvel Spotlight 28, which I mentioned in my last video, first solo story of Moon Knight, that book was really expensive before the Moon Knight show. So surprised this one's not more. I'm assuming it has to do with the fact that he's not on the cover in the books. It's other stories, not just the Silver Surfer story. But regardless, another copy of this, probably in the good, very good range. I got that for 21 bucks, which I thought was a good deal. Another key book I have never owned. This was super cheap though, I thought. Hulk 168, first appearance of the Harpy. Herb Trimpe cover, mid-grade, very good find, but this was like $7, which I thought was dirt cheap for a key book in today's market. So happy to add that one into the collection. All right, and one of those series that you just never come across. You see people show off issue number 1 every so often, but this is issue number 4 of Night Nurse. So I've got 2, 3, and 4 now. Never really come across one. I think I've seen number 1, but I'm just not going to pay the price tag it commands. So this is probably VG range. So this was 13 bucks, which I thought was a fair price for this series, which I think is just a low print run, just obscure title, 4 issues. So just need number 1 to complete the set. All right, final 2 books. I had been watching Everett's video, and I could just see the wall books he had. And he had some Golden Age books up there, and I was curious if he had any more. So I like I said, it popped in. He had a ton of key books, some great slabs, really great. So very cool guy. He's not really on social media that I can tell, maybe Facebook, but he doesn't seem that active. So I've shown off books I've got there and tried to, tag him in Instagram, but I don't find an account for him. So anyways, the 2 books I picked up off the wall, in addition to those, I got another copy of, or another issue of Planet Comics, issue number 46, Joe Doolan cover from 1957. Pretty nice shape, probably VG range. I can't remember what he had price-wise on this. I think he probably had it like 300, something like that. Awesome artwork there. And then I thought this was going to be a Schoenberg cover, but I don't think it is. It is Thrilling Comics number 34. Huge book. Barely fits in the Golden Age Mylar here. Thrilling Comics 34 from Better Publications from 1943. I believe it is a Jack Binder cover from what I looked up. So I think he had 300 on both of these, but he let me take them both for $450, which I thought was a great price. Again, Golden Age stuff, it's just, I don't see a lot of these books. I don't know a ton about them, but when I come across them, I think they're just so cool. This series, Thrilling Comics, it's got some expensive books in it. This is not one of the World War II covers, obviously, but any of the stuff with the Nazi stuff, the World War II era stuff with that on the cover, really expensive. beautiful artwork, just super cool stuff. So I am always looking to add this stuff into my collection. You know, buying a lot of the modern stuff and flipping it, specking on it and reselling it later so I can buy books like this. So that is it for the haul, guys. If you are a fan, again, please go down below, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe, let me know what you think. Talk to you soon.